thou hast it now, king, corridor, glamis, all, as the weird women promised. Yet I fear thou did play most foully for it. But it was said that it would not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, whereby the verities on thee make good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope.
But hush, no more.
As our chief guest!
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
I hold a solemn supper, and I request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which of my duties is with insoluble ties forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon.
Aye, my lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, which still hath been both grave and prosperous in his day's counsel. But we'll take tomorrow. Is far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt this and supper, go not my horse the better. I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention, but of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have cause of state, craving us jointly, hie you to horse adieu, till you return at night, goes fleance with you.
Aye, my lord, our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and I commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be a master of his time till 7 at night, to make society the sweeter welcome. We will keep ourselves till supper time alone. While then, God be with you! Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men with pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and, too, that dauntless temper of his mind, he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There is none but he whose bearing I do fear, and under him my genius is removed, and it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He child the sisters when first they put the name came upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then prophet-like they hailed for her father to alight. Upon my head they played a fruitless crown, and in a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding if it's so. For Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, I have murdered what rankers of the vessel of my peace. Only for them in mine eternal jewel, give to the common enemy of man, who make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come, fate, into the list, and champion me into the utterance. Who's there? Yes! Yeah! Now go to the door and stay there till I call. Was it not yesterday that we spoke?
It was, so please, your highness.
Well then, now have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he, in the times past, which held you so under fortune, which you brought had been our innocent self. This I made good to you in our last conference past, in probation, with you, how you were born in hand, how crossed the instruments, who wrought with them, and all things else that might to half a soul and to a notion crazed say, thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospelled to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave, and make it yours forever? Aye, in the catalogue ye go for men as hounds and greyhounds and mongrels, spaniels, curs, shows, water-rogs, and demi-wolves, are clept all by the name of cooks. The valued file distinguishes the swift, the slow, the subtle, the housekeeper, the hunter. Everyone according to the gift which bounteous nature hath in him closed, whereby he does receive particular addition from the bill that writes them all alike, and so of men. Now if you have a station in the file, not I, the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy, grapples you to the hard love of us, who wear our health but sickly in his life, which in his death will cost it.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed. I am reckless, what I do spite the world.
And I, another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend or be rid on't.
Both of you know Banquo as your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine, and in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrusts against my nearest life, and though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my sight, and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not, for certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, but wail his fall, who I myself struck down. And thence it is that I do your assistance to make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry way reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives, your spirits shine through you within this hour at most, I will advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect spy of the time, the moment on, for it must be done tonight, and something from the palace always thought that I require a clearness, and with him to leave no rubs nor botches in the world. Fleance, his son, that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than in his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.